Hi all, this is Rohit. Today we are going to discuss on how to install WPT or the web page test from the scratch using the Docker though. So this is where you can download the Docker if anyone has not worked on Docker before. So we can download it from here. I have just downloaded it, so I'll just install. So it's throwing some warnings. That should be fine. Make sure you download it from the genuine website, that is hub.docker.com editions community docker list of windows. I'll provide this link in the description of this video. So this is a straightforward installation. There is no much uh, configuration that we need to do. So but it will take some time. I'll come back to it when it's done. Now the installation has been completed. You will get this successful message. Installation succeeded. You can just close this. And you should see icon here, Docker desktop, that you can open. I'm also very new to the Docker part. My agenda is to just install the WPT using this Docker. So I'll not go in depth regarding this. So here you should be seeing as running. So it's still starting. So as soon as it's running here, it's good to go. And also regarding WPT, so anyone wants to install the WPT, the local instance. I'm not talking about the private instance. Yes, I'm not talking about the public instance, but the local instance. That's the private instance. It's such a pain to install it locally. So this Docker concept or like Docker containers help us to do it very easily. So for that, I'm referring to one of the article that's in Medium by Francis John. So there's a video credit or whatever it is, it goes to him. I'm just making a video out of it, and this he has done on the Linux machine, I believe. So we need to tweak few things to make it work on Windows machines. So if you're trying to work on Windows machine and if you follow the instructions as he has mentioned in this article, you won't be able to do it successfully. So some tweaks I could Google it and found solution to make it work in the Windows also. So now I'm just making sure that Docker is running here. Okay, so as I was talking, Docker is running now. I just close it. Um, so what I have to do next is I have to pull these images. So d- I'm not talking about anything about WPT in detail. The agenda of this video is to how to install WPT very easily, right? So I'll open the command prompt, and what I'll do is I'll go to my folder. That is usually I put everything in performance testing folder, WPT here, right? So let me go here, and it doesn't make any difference, but still I would like to store whatever it's related to WPT there, right? So first let me pull the agent. Oh, sorry, I'm putting the wrong link here. Sorry. So yeah, so this is the command I need to use. Docker pull. So by default, it will pull the latest version of the uh, server, right? So it will take some time to download everything. Once it's done, I'll come back to it. So the server image is downloaded. Now it's the time to pull the agent as well. So we need both server and agent to successfully test the workflow using WPT. So I'll come back to it when it's done. So agent is also done. Now server and agents images have been pulled. Now what I'll do is I have to run that server, right? So what I'll do is I'll run this server using this command. So to make sure that it's up and running, what we can do is we can go to localhost 4000 port. Yeah. So this shows that the server has been installed successfully. If I had installed using Apache or Nginx or anything in locally, that would have been taken a day at least to figure out or install so many things related to this. But now it's been so easy, right? So now the server part is done. Now the next thing we have to do is the agent also, right? So to run the agent, this is that command that we need to use. So I'm also very new to all these concepts, so forgive me if I do any mistakes, and please comment if you feel that if anything I need to make any changes or if I do any mistakes. So this is the command that we need to run to make the agent up. So now the agent is also up. How to make sure that is you can go to refresh it, go to server, so you can see the test location, right? Or the better way to, if someone is very new, so what you can do is you can go to install and then you can see this. So this one agent is connected, so that means your um, agent and server are configured correctly. So now let's do a test. So obviously have selected the wrong location here, that's why it thrown that error. So the test has been started, not yet, I mean it's in the queue, so something is going on. Okay, so this is why exactly I had made this video. So that first part, if you follow whatever he has mentioned, it's quite easy. So this won't work for sure. So he has mentioned also like how to handle this error in Mac, but how to do it in Windows, I'm going to explore that in this video. So this is all I have explained already. So this is the error that we are going to get. So what he has done is he has created a new Docker image based on the original WPT agent or server images with a few modifications. So I'll just tell how to do that now here. So just go to home page as it did not uh, give any results. So again I'll go to WPT. I'll create new folder. One I call it server and one I call it agent. So in server I need to put this Docker file. So I'll just name it and save this as Docker file only. WPT server. So Docker file is done. Now make sure that you name this file names correctly. For example, this you have to save it as, or maybe it's better to copy it from there. If you do any mistakes here, then it won't work. So basically, this was missing before. If you want to know more in detail, you can just Google it, what is it and all. Or if you go through this article in detail, that will also give you some knowledge. So next thing is we have to build this. How to build that is um, using this. Now you have to go to that server folder now. We are in that server folder which I have created now in the WPT server folder, right? So I'll run that command. So it's successfully built and tagged and named it as local WPT server. So one part is done now, that is server part. Now is the agent part. So again same thing. So what I have found is just use this web packets, right? So save it as WPT agent. In agent, this is agent Docker file, right? So agent Docker file is done. Then also you need to the script file also. So that also you need to save the agent folder, that is script.sh, right? So this part is done now. So unfortunately this we cannot do in uh, Windows. So let me show you what actually happens, right? So that will give you a clear idea. Now if you see, oh, sorry, I missed the D here. So you see a successful, build here, but you'll not be able to start the agent. So I can just show that as well. To start the agent with this new name, this is that command that we need to use. This was using the old, whatever the original image that we had downloaded, just the name change, but I'm still doing it to make sure I don't do any mistakes, typing mistakes basically, which I do a lot. So I'll show you what happens. If you remove this D, sorry. So first of all, I need to go to host. I made a mistake here. So I named um, the server doc file as agent by mistake. So make sure you don't do that mistake. What I have to do is I have to build it again, that's all. So this is a lesson learned. So now the server have to come out of it and go to agent folder and then build the agent. So how to build an agent? Using this command, because Docker doesn't know, right, what is agent, what is server, so that we should know. Now this is done, agent is also done. Now the next thing is we have to run the agent, right? So this doesn't matter where you run it, it will, so you see it as, it's running, but uh, it will be not. So let me show you docker image ls. So these are the four that that we have already installed, right? So let me show you more thing. So it will take some time to load. So agent and server both are running, but as you can see, this is the WPT agent, not the local agent. Local agent exited. So how you can see what went wrong there? You can just remove this -d. Oh, sorry, I did not remove, I guess. So I have removed D this time. Let me run this and show you. So you see this error. So that this is the error that we need to uh, work on basically. So what I have to do is, first thing is I have to, this I forgot to do this. So I have to put inverted commas around it, and I'll just rebuild this agent. Okay, so now it's been rebuilt. Let me run this command again. Now I'm getting this error: user possess no such file directory. So first error was this, where it was this. So this error is solved. Now next is this error. Now this error we need to take care. So this is because of that script.sh file. So here, if you have observed, we did not do this thing, right? So that is why that error is coming up. So how to do that in Windows is, you can just Google out how to install Git for Windows. That you can do, and then once that is done, so there is one command that you need to use. So dos to unix .exe and your script or file name, right? So once this is done, now let's go back and rebuild the image just to make sure. So once this is done, now let's run the agent again. I mean, try to start the agent again. So as you can see, no more errors. So the agent is starting up now. So wait for um, you will get work command. So till that, just wait, let it complete. Don't do anything. Okay, so now if you see get work, that means the agent is up and running. So just to make sure everything is correctly done, test location, one agent connected, right? So now let's do the test. I'll just keep it to 1. And start this test. I'll provide all the commands and links in the description of this video. You don't need to worry about that. And also you can see here now. Now we'll start getting the data. So as you can see in this, the original agent is still running. First thing that we have to stop that, you know, just to make sure that only local WPT agent is running here, right? So that he has mentioned in this, in this article also, just to, doubly sure. So let's docker ps, right? Now, as you can see, only local WPT agent is running. Now let's rerun this test again. Since I'm also very new to WPT as well as Docker, I'm learning and doing the things. So I'm still facing the error. Let me troubleshoot this. So I see that this is not local. This is what you know that we have started by default. So let me stop this. Okay, now local WPT agent, and also we need to start the local server also, right? So the command is this. I had started only local agent but not the server. So let me now, yeah, now if you see local WPT server and local WPT agent, both are up and running. So now it should ideally work. If not, again we need to troubleshoot. So I'm not removing any of these errors from the video, right? Now if you see here, the new locations.inf file has been updated with the server and connected as well. So I was telling that I did not remove any of these errors, uh, so that like if you face these errors, you can easily troubleshoot, right? So let me start this test now. But if you follow this document, most of the things are properly mentioned, and the only thing that you have to do is DOS to Unix using the Git. So as you can see here, the test has been successfully completed. Thank you.